Apparently so.
I'd like to bring up, by the way, my name's Louis C.K., and I had a show called Lucky Louie, and you issued a press release saying a lot of negative things about my show. So I'm on the radio with you. I can't not mention it. I remember one thing you said. You made a list of things that were offensive to Catholics about Lucky Louie, and one of them was an episode we did where I wanted to help my wife have an orgasm before we decided not to have another child until we were having good sex and she was having an orgasm. And you listed that as something that's offensive to Catholics, which I don't understand, because a married couple trying to make sure that their sex life is healthy before moving on to a second child, how can you have a problem with that?
Did I have a problem with that?
Wow. Apparently, according to your press release.
The Reagan defense. I love it.
That's offensive to Catholics.
Bill, is there anybody that ever does the press releases that you might just kind of glance over and go, all right, and then they kind of, do you word everything accurately? Because what Louis is telling you is the truth. I mean, that really did come out.
Yep.
Well, I mean, listen, I write all my own stuff, so I can't blame it on somebody else.
Have you watched Lucky Louie?
No, I haven't.
Well, that's
interesting.
That's odd because you wrote that thing.
I quite frankly, I don't recall I did. Why don't you send it to me?
All right. Well,
I'm writing about Arabian horses and bias crimes.
Yeah.
All right, well, is it probably in your archives on the site? Because it was up there.
Yeah. You wrote it, and it was not nice.
When was that?
Liar.
Over the summer.
He's calling you a liar.
I think the real thing is that he's trolling for stuff that's out, and he goes, there's a rape of a girl. I could do something with that. That sounds good. Because
what I'm looking at is the hypocrisy in this country, which says that, we have priests who molest kids, and that's awful, but Hollywood can celebrate it, make a buck off it by
priests should be allowed to molest kids because Dakota Fanning was depicted being raped.
I know,
in
it's
story.
Simulated.
I think one is a movie.
There's definitely a difference between simulated rape of an actress and the actual rape of a boy in a church. That's not
the way the law reads. As a matter of fact, there was an amendment to the law just last year, the Adam Walsh law by Mike Pence out of Indiana, and simulated sex using a child is, in fact, illegal.
Right, so it's just as bad. You're right. No,
Mr. Donahue, you're not off the hook. We found the press release about Lucky Louie.
Okay, what does it say?
It says that HBO's Lucky Louie is barbaric. Catholic League President Bill Donahue commented on last night's episode of the HBO program Lucky Louie. Blasphemy often tracks obscenity, and Lucky Louie has been obscene from the first episode, so we were due. And then you make a bunch of bullet points of things.
Here's a sample of the 9 previous episodes, but you said about 5 minutes ago you've never seen Lucky Louie.
Yeah.
Well, the fact, you know
how does that work?
No, because we have staff here look at this stuff. I can't sit around and look at this stuff, but they give me the report. Now, are those bullets inaccurate? Why don't you read them?
So here's one. It says, Louis, the main character, is found blanking in the broom closet doing something with himself. Which, I know now, and that's Catholics don't believe in doing that. And
that's kind of cute.
Yeah. Louis does not want to get his wife pregnant until they figure out a way for her to have consistent orgasms. So what's wrong with that from a Catholic point of view?
Well, we prefer them to be inconsistent. Now, look, you've got some of the bullets there that you probably don't even want to read on the air about some of the stuff.
No, well, but address this one, because these are your words, and you're laughing, but I don't take anything you say about Dakota Fanning seriously, because you don't take this seriously.
Because you couldn't even repeat on the air what I just said, what I just said there, in taking out one of the statements. Right?
That's something you found objectionable, made you call my show barbaric. So tell me what's barbaric about that.
I'm bringing attention to something which is patently obscene, and if I have a snide remark and you can't get that kind of humor, I don't know what to do with it.
Now, Bill, here's what
I don't understand that.
Yeah, he's trying to see. Louis wants your reason why that's something the Catholic League would be interested in. Would object to. Why is a guy and a husband and wife having a healthy sex life before they decide to get pregnant? Why is that a problem?
Yeah.
Well, quite frankly, the media call me here all day long wanting to know, to give a moral traditionalist view on a particular subject. And so while my orbit is generally anti-Catholicism, yes, of course, we branch out into other areas when you deal with something that's patently obscene.
Are you just
zero answer?
So you're pretty much just from the school of sex just for procreation?
Well, Obviously, I'm
But no,
the Catholic Church's teachings on that.
Not just for pleasure. So that would be the problem.
We don't defend adultery. Is that what you mean? We don't.
No, inside of a marriage.
It's inside a marriage.
Inside of a marriage, two people having
That's
sex.
the way it should be.
Making a choice not to get pregnant until they're having a healthy sex. That's wrong.
That would be in the best interest of everybody in society.
All right, that's what the episode was about. That's what they were doing.
Yes,
they were married.
I think you're leaving out a few things, a few ellipses here.
No, Bill, actually,
no, we're not. I just think that you're a press hound. I don't think you really care about the stuff you say because you wrote this. You don't remember.
How do you know about motive? Now you're getting into motive.
Well, because you didn't watch the show and you put out this statement calling it barbaric, which is very strong statement.
Do you guys actually think that anybody who runs an advocacy organization, whether it's GLAAD, ADL, now NAACP, do you actually think that the CEO? I actually write all the news releases. Do you actually think that Abe Foxman over at ADL sits around and watches TV about Jews being bashed?
If they write the press release, then they should watch it.
You guys are living in another world.
Yeah, but you wrote it, so you didn't watch the show, and then you wrote the release, which is dishonest.
But